What a moment for that team out of Factory X. There's a lot of talent in that gym, and Youssef Zalal's right there among them.
I don't know if you guys saw me in the round. I'm too good, man. I'm really too good.
The Moroccan Devil Zalal!
When you try to close that space, that's when he meets you with those long, straight punches.
Oh, man! Huge shot! Jean-Paul Lebosnoyani puts her face down in round one as the UFC Apex explodes!
That was insane!
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered.
Please tell me that's on video. I've never been happier.
I'm made for a fucking podcast. We're dangerous! Listen to me, we're at it! Welcome to UFC Unfiltered, a UFC and Fanatics production. Dean Thomas, I'm so happy to see you.
I'm happy to see you too, man. You make me happy every time I see your face.
What?
I know that sounds weird, man. I know that sounds weird.
It
but
don't,
I'm
bro.
honest, man. Like when I see you, I go, man, I need to see more Matt Serra because, you know, we live in a world that's so divided and divisive, and people are always trying to yell at each other and be mad at each other. But when I see you, man, it just makes me happy.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Dean Thomas, I feel the same way. I look at that picture above your right shoulder.
Yes.
Well, that's Dana, though. I think, you know what? I'm actually cut out of the picture. Where the fuck? I didn't even see me.
Let me fix it.
Oh, there I am. My nipples are
there
out.
he goes.
I'm on a bull. Oh, Dean Thomas, the adventures we have or had and are going to have. Hey, we're going to bullshit a lot. We're going to catch up today. But first, Youssef Zalal. Zalal or Zalal?
Zalal.
I said that. Youssef Zalal is a stud. What is he on, a 7-fight win streak? I just said that, but or 7, I believe. I'm trying to read right here. You know what? I'll count it up afterwards. But he is on a roll. He's a stud. He's fighting Josh Emmett on October 4th. Let's get him in here, Dean.
Let's get him in.
Look at this gentleman. Look at him. Look at him.
Speaking of good guys.
Yo, Youssef, what's up, man?
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Man, we're doing great. Not as good as you. I just watched a wild video. I only say wild because there was like an animal sacrifice or something, but it was you in Morocco.
Oh yeah. That was right after the Cater fight. That was so my cousin just had a baby, and then tradition in Morocco. So when you have a kid, you sacrifice a sheep, and then like kind of have a family together, and like
Well, you eat
fight
the
a couple
sheep.
people. Huh?
You don't waste the sheep. You feast on it.
Yeah, like you feast on it. So like you sacrifice, like you basically slaughter it, and then you start cooking everything right away, like everything from nose to tail.
Well, how do you slaughter it?
From the throat. So you gotta
Show it.
Yeah, so you gotta make it halal. I'm not a big fan of blood, which I keep telling people, like my worst 3 things that I hate is needles, blood, and heights. So it's kind of like, and I chose fighting, so I don't know why.
You know, it's funny you said that, man. Back in the day, we used to do and Dean remembers this, we used to do like the medicals all in like the week of the fight. And there was fighters, I don't know if it was Eve Edwards, I think it was. I don't want to, yeah, it was, I believe. There's guys that are deathly afraid of getting stuck. Are you one of those guys?
So I never passed out. I never this. It's just like my mind just goes to like worst things possible. Like I always think about like, okay, am I the first one that's gonna like basically bleed out to death, or she misses the needle or something like that, or pop the vein or something. That's like my thoughts. Like when it goes in, so like I literally just hold. And just like, okay, now I'm a lot better at it. Like there's few nurses that like actually pretty good at it. They stick you pretty quick and like it's pretty easy. But there's some of them, bro. I was like, all right, man, this is a little suspect, bro. I'm like, I have big ass veins. Like you're not gonna miss my veins at all. But I was like, you're a little suspect right here. So I was like, I don't trust this girl right here or this guy right here. So I was like, no. I had one guy the needle bent on me because I was so terrified. He did the first one. and didn't work. And then he was like the second one, and I was like, I started freaking out. And like I'm squeezing, so I bent the needle. So I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that again.
It's not a good feeling getting stuck, but sometimes people get a bad experience. I was at the TRT place a few weeks ago, and it was some new girl.
TRT.
And she's like, "Oh, you have hard veins defined." I'm like, "What the fuck? I never heard that. The fuck you talking about, lady? I got veins popping out of my neck."
I can see. I'm not a doctor, and I can tell you got some great ass veins,
man.
No,
right? She's like, "I have to go a little deeper." I go, "Yo," and then she's like, "I have to try again." I go, "You know what? We're done." I called it. I never did that before. And then I don't want the girl so nice, but holy shit, she might need a new occupation.
Yousef, I was in Morocco a couple months ago, man. I was in Rabat, man, and I was in Casablanca, but I didn't know Rabat had it like that, man. I had a good time out there, man. I thought about you.
Well, Rabat is where the king stays. So that like it's always like it's beautiful down there, man. It's different. Obviously, Casablanca is the famous city, so that's like the like more active, I would say. It's like a lot more active than that. But that's awesome, man. I'm glad you got to see what home feels like.
Yeah, man. And there was like a UFC gym there, and I went up in there, man. I was hoping that they would know who I was, but they was just like, yo, trying to sign me up. I was like, yo, I got no love, man. They
he's a legend, yeah. Hey, don't feel no different. I'm the same way. I feel like I represent Morocco to such a high like standards and stuff like that, and like most people don't even know who I am.
Yeah,
I saw you taking some pictures out there.
Yeah.
Some like, yeah, for sure. But like it's not like, oh my God, this is like the guy, but that's like I'm like slowly, I'm like the that guy that like slowly like starts like, like you're the left
Peeking
behind.
his head out?
Yeah. I'm like that guy.
Hey, I'm a big movie guy. Longo tells me to watch Casablanca. Should I watch that?
Yeah, that's like an old school
classic, man. I even watched that.
Bro.
You gotta watch that.
Yeah, that's like,
what's his name? Humphrey Bogart?
Yeah.
It's a little dated.
Am I gonna... That's classic. That's classic.
I mean, God,
frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Classic movies.
I don't give a damn.
I don't know if I can get through that shit. He is looking at you, sweetheart. I don't know if that's gonna hold up.
Nah. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it.
Hey, Yousef, what are we on now? A 7-fight win streak?
So I am 4 in the UFC and then 3 outside. So +2 kickboxing and a boxing. So
I didn't know that. That's nice.
Yeah. So yeah.
So we're doing something right.
9. I think so, man. I think so.
I mean, shit. Now, your last time in there was versus Calvin Kattar, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm feeling for Calvin. He's having a rough time lately, but damn. He needed that fight. And that third, man, your footwork was money. And when he finally finds you, you're putting stuff in his face. Were you always blessed with that type of footwork? Were you a guy that just had to learn it? Were they like getting you like in Rocky 3 trying to move your feet? How did you get going with that, man? Because, dude.
No, David O'Neill was teaching him how to move his feet.
Right? Dean Thomas, the third round.
Yeah.
What's his name again? The coach, Zahibi. Fucking
Zahabi.
Zahabi. He was like, yo, you throw 300 punches. 300. I'm not joking. You got to find them. And to Calvin's credit, that third round, he was throwing everything but the kitchen sink. But it was a little too late, man. Is that what you back to your footwork. Were you a natural at it?
Well, so a couple things about that fight. Let's just get that out of the way. I was like, yes. I never experienced like I felt like the young experience hit me a little bit, and I was like, I walked in there, and I know a lot of fighters are insecure about talking about that stuff and stuff like that. Like I can give a shit, I'm growing such at a high pace and like a high momentum. I was like, this is amazing experience to get it, learning from a win. But I remember 2 rounds. I know I was up. I knew I was up 100%, And then I was like, third round, okay, this is it. This is the moment. This is what you've been waiting for, all this stuff, right? And then I was like, all right, I looked at like Kattar straight ahead, and I was like, everything just started hitting me. Top 10. You're fighting Calvin Kattar. You're this. all this stuff. Like this literally just hit me. I never felt that in my life. And that's like the first time I ever experienced that at such a high level. And it was at obviously even just at the apex is such a close thing. So like I could really feel the moment like that. There's no crowd to help. There's none of that. So it's like kind of like it was kind of a weird situation, you know? And then my footwork, man, I've been blessed with it. I blame my dad and I blame the heavyweights that I trained with my whole life. You know, I trained with Bobby Lashley, Alexander Hudson, and all these guys, like such a heavy guys. They're like, and I grew up watching Dominic Cruz. Like, if you guys watch my old MMA fighting, I thought I was Dominic Cruz over here. I was like, why am I gassing out, bro? I was like, holy shit, I thought I was Dominic Cruz for a second. But, you know, I learned that. I was like, my biggest thing in this sport is to take as less damage as possible. And I got into a couple arguments with a couple of guys, and even the big UFC guys, they were like, man, you need to sit and bang. You need to sit and this, do that. And I was like, see, that's the difference. That's how you're going to be remembered. I was like, yeah, that's fine. You can be remembered as you want, but I get to retire and say, hey, I've done what I wanted to do. I didn't change anything because somebody else or fans or anything want me to change.
So I got to know, a lot of guys recently have called out Josh Emmett, and you got that fight. Did you call him out? And why do you think you were the one who got the fight with Josh Emmett?
Bro, it makes sense. You know, it's literally two guys that didn't have a fight that time. Everybody else had a fight. Everybody from 1 to 15 had a fight. And the last bottom 5 already just fought. So I was like, okay, I know he's looking for a fight, and I know I'm looking for a fight. I've been asking for a fight since I got back from Morocco. So I was like, all right, let's get. Everybody was like, oh my God, you calling out Josh Emmett? I was like, no, I'm just trying to get a fight that like literally had no other option but us two to get a fight. So I was like, that's the only way. And I think that's what the UFC was looking at as well. They were like, well, these are the only two guys in the top 10 that don't have a fight. Let's book them together.
So early on, even as a team, when you started getting success, because it started with you tapping out this and that, and then you started finding success. Did you know this was going to be your life? Or
no, 100% no. I always knew that, like, you know, that gut feeling or just people around you tells you you're going to be something in this world.
Yeah.
I always had that around me for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm just a blessing or that's why I'm so super grateful for that. But it's always been the coaches and the people around me. Hey, you should stick with it. I really think you're going to get something with this. You're going to do something with this. You're going to be something. Other people, you're going to be a world champion and this and that. And it was like ups and downs, you know? It's like a lot of people think like just because you got told that doesn't mean it can happen, you know? It's like it's the things that you do and the things you do. So I feel like at such a young age, especially when I got signed to the UFC, I was 23 years old, 22 years old before I got cut. It was like I started believing the hype and like started like really getting your chest out in a way, you know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, well, I'm in the top of the world, like F you guys and this and that, and stop forgetting about what got you there and why you're that special.
Dean Thomas, Calvin Cade is very popular, but so is Josh Emmett. Josh Emmett, people know him. He's got a highlight reel of putting people to sleep. So, I mean, there's just more. I mean, anytime you get a fight, we get motivated, but it gets a little extra when we're getting these guys that are a little bit more high profile, more eyes on you. So when you got Josh Emmett, thrilled.
Oh,
were you thrilled?
Oh, I was like, oh, all right. Now you got what you asked for. Now you got to go show the world what you're capable of. And like you said, it's like, I feel like my name is not as big as all these guys, which I'm be honest. I'm gonna be honest. It's not. It really isn't. I'm not.
Yousef, tell us why you're mad, son. Yo, tell us why you're mad.
It's all right. It's all right. You know what I mean? No. It's okay. But for me, it's like what it shows me, because with Cater, I got the co-main event spot because of Cater, and then obviously the pay-per-view, I got the pay-per-view because of Josh Emmett. That's how I look at it, right? But I'm like, okay. So now is the time to go really, this is a big opportunity of a lifetime for me to even go, especially after all the heat that I got of the Cater fight, which is like mind blowing to me. I never felt that before. That was my first time ever. I was
I think
like,
it's my first time hearing it. What do you mean heat? People gave you shit for that fight?
oh, bro,
Nah, I remember. I remember talking to you about that, and there was like
oh
people
my
saying,
God.
"Oh, why are you running? Why are you
All
running?"
he did is run. All he did is this. All he did is that. You a runner. I was like, all right, man. All right. So I'm petty, bro. So I was like, I can't wait to put the things that I do. And then I'll be like, you know that song, she's a runner, she's a track star. That's kind of like that way. But these guys, like, it's kind of like hilarious how the fans are. So that's why I'm very excited. Like, I use it as a fuel in a way to like, man, and the end of the day, you impress yourself. That's what matters. What you do to yourself, what matters.
But here's the thing, man. We all know this is that you become a star by having a holy shit moment. I mean, Alex Pereira wasn't Alex Pereira until he knocked out Jamal Hill UFC 300. Like, people thought he shouldn't even have been in that spot, and then as soon as he knocked out Jamal Hill, like, so anytime you get an opportunity to have a holy shit moment, this is good for you. And then you got a guy who's going to be in front of you. He's not going to run from you, so you'll have plenty of opportunities for that holy shit moment. Do you think you can get a holy shit moment in this fight?
100%. And that's my biggest thing. And I was like, you don't see a lot of people get a holy shit moment with Josh Emmett. You don't. The only people that ever done it, Jeremy Stevenson, in a long time. I was not even fighting MMA, I don't think, when that happened. And then Yair Rodriguez, when he fought for the belt against Yair. That's the only time the two people had the holy shit moment with him. You know, that the rest is either pick him apart, beat him up and stuff like that, which is, I'm going to stick to my game plan, you know what I mean, and do my thing. But that holy shit moment changes everything, you know? And it's like, and I use people in my division as an example, you know? And I was like, look at Laurent. Laurent fought Josh Emmett. Everybody, oh my God, he's boring, blah, blah, blah. Goes in, knocks out a guy in a UFC Chicago. And now they're talking about him as a title contender. So it's like, things change completely. And I look at this sport as, like Dean said, it's like, it's moments. It's whoever wins that biggest moment is the guy, you know, is the guy. It's like, you look at Rufy. Rufy was all going all high, then loses his, I can't even say his name, but that's kind of, yeah. So I'm like, it's all about moments, and I can't wait to have my moment, and I think it's my time to have a moment. It's been a minute, and I can't wait to go do that and show the world and show myself. I'm very excited about this. I worked really hard for this fight, and I can't wait to have some fun.
Who should get the title shot next?
Realistically, Mozart should get the title shot. But right now, Diego. I think Diego, because of what he done. I mean, like Laurent, I do agree with the things that happen. But you also, I feel for Aljo as well, because Aljo's been in there. He's been a champion, and I think he should get the respect he deserves as well. So 100% give him that as well. But if that doesn't go well, I think Mozart. But if not, it's probably Diego. But
hey, as far as all the noise, what you like with people, I didn't even hear them not liking that last fight. I remember it, and that was not a boring fight.
The third round they didn't like. The third round they did not like.
Dude, you know what? What would make them happy is if you just that third round did that old Eliotoria and point to the floor and dude, meet him in the center. Yeah, that'll make everybody happy. Maybe not you. It might not be the smart dude. You got to do you.
Oh, 100%.
Use that whole cage like you're doing.
100%. I keep running to the bank. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about these guys. I'm not worried about the difference between these guys and world champions. And you can tell. And this, like, I always been the guy to learn from other people. I always been that guy. But I'm like, you look at the difference between all these guys and then the world champions is, no matter how hard or how difficult the time is, they always stick and stay patient and stick to the things that got them there. You know what I mean? And when you do that, you hit a different level, which is elite. These guys are just good. There's a difference between elite and good, you know? And you can tell. That's why I kind of like, we're managed by the same manager, me and Diego. And I kind of called my manager right after, and I was like, That's way better than the last fight. You can tell the patience and the experience is kind of kicking in a little bit. So I was like kind of learn that way and see things like that. So yeah, man, I know what's gonna get me out there and seeing legends like that and obviously seeing what all these guys done. Yeah, I can't wait till it's my turn.
Hey, let me ask you, if you can get an autograph from any athlete, living or dead, who would it be?
I got you. Don't worry.
Besides Dean Thomas, besides obviously me and Dean.
Are we talking fighting or anything?
It could be any athlete in any sport.
Oh my God.
Yeah, buddy. With that, we saved the tough questions. Go ahead.
God damn.
Anybody that just inspired your journey. Not, athlete-wise.
I would say on the second run will be Michael Jordan.
There you go. We've gotten that one before. He's inspiring.
I never met the guy in my life. So for me, it was just watching The Last Dance. I think I watched it like 4 times, 5 times.
That was good.
Yeah. So for me, just the mentality and the leadership and then no matter how hard your day is or how bad the day is or how bad the season is, you look for the micro growth, the micro things like that instead of the big growth like that. So I adapt that mentality and I'm glad that I watched that and that was definitely a motivational. It's not even a motivational. I would say just more of like knowledge and then because motivation, I hate when people say motivation because I remember Khabib said it was like motivational. It's not discipline. You get motivated one day, the other day you're not motivated. I have no problem with that. I come from a background of discipline and stuff like that. You don't need to beg me to come to the gym or any of that. I'll be there. You don't gotta worry about that. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it was definitely more of the knowledge and how to use your powers in a good way.
Shit, yeah.
Matt, who would yours be?
What's that?
If you had to get an autograph from someone,
Rocky Balboa.
Rocky, he's a fictional character. He's a fictional character.
That's true.
It's not about me.
That's true.
It's about Yousef. Hey,
I gotta get both of y'all fuckers autographed though. That's the biggest thing. I got Dean to finally follow me after he was talking a little smack in ESPN a little bit, but now he's like my boy now. He's like I was like so I rewatched the fight just to make sure what he says about me. Man, that motherfucker's genius, bro. He's genius. He was saying about with Decatur, he was like, look, Yousef is moving, this and that, but he's coming in. Yousef is coming in. He's finding his thing. I was like, I gave you
pride. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
Yeah, I was like, that's my boy. That's my boy. I got autographs with you guys and pictures with you guys, you know?
I'm making sure I'm following you. Now you're scaring me.
Hey, I know, bro, huh?
I'm looking right now. I better be. Youssef Zalal. What is your Instagram? Let's tell everybody.
The Moroccan Devil.
What is it? Youssef?
Yeah, you follow me. You're good.
Goddamn right I do.
Yeah, you follow me.
Don't make me. I got nervous for a second.
Nah,
I'm following you, man.
I'm very like fun guy. You know, I like everybody think like it's serious and all that. It's like it's all good. Like I like to joke around with the guys that like they do the job with us. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes people want to give you guys like hard shit, like, oh, fuck this guy, this and that. And I'm like, bro, he's doing his job. He's professional. Like, what do you want him to say? You're not fucking coming in. You're not doing this and that. I was like, oh, you want him to babysit the fuck out of you? I'm like, it is what it is. Sorry for my cussing, but
dude,
do your thing.
Balls.
You know?
We celebrate it.
But that's why I give you guys a little shit, especially Dean. Dean, I like to give Dean a little shit. He was like, I was like, all right, Dean, I see you with the little breakdown right there. I see you.
Man, you can tell you like to have a good time, Yousef. I can tell you're always smiling, you know? Hey, man, listen, things couldn't be going better for you. We're really happy for you, man. 7-fight win streak, Josh Emmett on October 4th. I mean, I already felt like you came out. I know who you are, but this might be your coming out party for the world. Every fight is an opportunity for greatness.
And that's what kind of like I learned when I got to the top 10. It's every fight it's a harder fight. It's not an easier fight. So when that like mentally for me like gets me like working, you know what I mean? I'm like I cannot slow down and I cannot do this because of the top 10 or the top 8 look like, you know what I mean? Because it's not an easy division. This is like one of the hardest divisions in the UFC. So it's like for you to be good at everything and do that, like you have to really step your game up and like you said, we're like I really do believe this is gonna be my breakout through performance that really gets more eyes on me and gets me in the respect that I deserve and the respect that I always known that I'm capable of.
You got the momentum, man. You don't need the motivation. You got the discipline. Dude, I can't wait to see you in there on October 4th, man. With that smile. Just let's fucking go.
Yeah, I'm excited for your future. I really am. I'm impressed with how you've been able to bounce back after the setbacks that you've had, and I'm excited for your future. And your skill set is always getting better, and it's very apparent every time I watch you fight.
Nah, I appreciate you guys, man. That means a lot coming from you guys. You know what I mean? So legends of the sports telling me just like the mental and all that stuff. So I appreciate you guys, and I can't wait to keep doing that. And thank you guys for the support.
Plug your YouTube channel. What is it?
I haven't posted nothing this YouTube this week. I mean this camp, bro. I've been so locked in. I'm like, I forgot about everybody in this world, bro. I was like literally just nothing but grind. But yeah, it's Youssef Zalal MMA. That's like my thing in YouTube, and obviously my Instagram. That's the only 2 things.
For that video of you going back home to Morocco, they should watch that alone.
Yeah, my guy that I was with, he kind of did like the whole thing, and he had the idea of, hey, let me show where you come from and stuff like that, and I feel like a lot of people that like don't know that like a whole lot about me in a way, but I feel like some people know some about me, but that kind of like explains it a lot more.
I didn't know too much about Morocco, but man, it made me hungry. Until I saw the sacrifice, and that made me a little hungry. But before that, all the food you're showing the pancakes from there, and I'm like, oh,
yeah, bro. The food there, yeah, I would not make weight, bro. And I'm like a sweet tooth, so the sweet tooth is bad for me. And I'm like, every time I go there, I literally think I leave with diabetes every time I go in there. So just because of the sugars I eat so much, it's like, and the crazy part is like it's all like processed right. It's not even like fake processing and all that stuff. So it's like I'm just eating a lot. So I'm like, yeah, I need to slow down a little bit.
Man, you'll be pulling the old Kelvin Gastelum at the old weigh-ins next time. No, I'm fucking around.
Brother, that's God.
Kelvin.
Oh my God.
Calvin out here taking random strays.
I think he just shows up. I think he just showed up. He's making so much money. He just shows up to eat. That's it, to be honest. I was like, I don't really care. He's like, I get to eat a dinner after weigh-ins.
Dude, I'm self-conscious, man. I don't take my shirt off when I'm looking a little chubby. I'm not doing that. That's
I don't know, but if
he don't give a fuck.
If I look like you at that age, bro, I walk out with my shirt off, no problem. But I'm like,
oh shit, I got abs. I'm gonna show it to Dean Thomas when you're off. I'm not gonna do it to you now. Hey, Yousef, man, congrats on everything. 7-fight win streak. Biggest fight coming up versus Josh Emmett on October 4th. We can't wait. This was your 5th time on here. I can't wait till the 6th, bro. It's like
Hey, and I can't wait to hear you guys say 8 in a row. And then
8 in a row, baby.
Now you tell me about that breakthrough performance. Talk to me about it and stuff like that while I'm enjoying some pastry while talking to you guys.
Dude, let's go. All right, man. All our best, Yousef. All our best.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
All right,
Take
my
care,
man.
brother. Great
Peace.
seeing you, man.
Bye.
Hey, who do we have in the waiting room right now, Dean Thomas?
Jean-Paul Lebosnoyani.
Darn right we do. Jean-Paul, come on down. Hey, I want to meet John. We never met Jean-Paul.
I've never
First
met
time
him,
on here.
but I've heard about him.
I heard about him too. Oh, wait, did you see him? There he is. Good-looking gentleman. Jean-Paul.
How are we doing?
Hey, man, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. It's an honor.
Hey, what a debut by you,
you.
young man.
Thank you.
That was beautiful, man. I mean, I'm waiting to see some beautiful jiu-jitsu as a jiu-jitsu man. But whoa, did you put that on? What a right hand from hell after that head kick. It was just, it was almost like it wasn't a sucker punch, but it had the same effect as the guy just standing there and you running into a right hand. It was a thing of beauty. We're going to go over your journey in a second, but you couldn't be happier than that with your debut.
No, I honestly, like, I could have never imagined it to be that cool, you know? Um, I, I've practiced that kick like thousands of times. And in one of my past fights, I had rocked the guy. And as a jiu-jitsu guy, you know, sometimes like when you rock someone, you're like, oh shit, what am I supposed to do? You know? So in one of my past fights, I'd rocked the guy and I kind of just stared at him and then like put on the gas and try to take him out of there. And this time, the second I saw him wobble, that was just like full sprint, just close my eyes and throw that thing. So
that's the thing about experience, right? Because there's only one way to get it. You could say if you get a guy hurt, but by living it, you made that correction in a future fight.
Hey, so check this out. So like 6, 7, 8 months ago, Dan Helly, who does our work broadcasting with, said, hey, check this guy out. And it was a video of a young man by the name of Jean-Paul Lebosnoyani. And he said, here's a local guy coming up around my area, man. I think he's got what it takes. And I said, man, he's got some really good jiu-jitsu, man. Let's see what the kid can do. Fast forward up until last week, my man gets a shot on a Contender Series, and now he's in the UFC. I love stories like this. I love when I hear about guys and then I watch them make it. Did you ever imagine, did you think that this would ever be a reality for you?
Oh, 100%. It's been a dream of my dad and myself since I was born. This was always the plan. But I think just doing it my whole life, you know, and getting close so many times and not making it, and it started to kind of be like, am I ever going to make it? You know, I have all this pressure of like, you know, I'm a prodigy. I'm supposed to be in the UFC. So there was a little bit of like, am I ever going to make it? You know, but now that I'm finally here, it's such a great feeling.
So you grew up on the mats. Your father is a jiu-jitsu man.
Yeah. So I feel like you're gonna love this story. So my father, he has, I believe it's the oldest standing jiu-jitsu academy in California. It's been there for 40 years. It's called No-No's MMA. It's a Hoist Gracie association. So my dad is a black belt under Hoist and Elio, and he was Hoist's striking coach. So when Hoist went into Pride in the UFC, he actually came to my dad and just wanted to learn how to like defend against strikers, you know, because jiu-jitsu was Hoist's forte. So he didn't necessarily want to learn how to be a world-class striker. He just wanted to understand striking. So him and my dad became very close. And my dad cornered him in a lot of his fights. And when I was born, my dad was like, this is the plan. You know, my son's going to be in the UFC. He's going to be a UFC champion one day. And for as long as I can remember, that's always been the plan. I've been working for this my entire life.
Now that's, you know, what's so crazy about that? Now to get you involved, you just always remember being around the mats and liking it, or was it like eating broccoli for you as a kid? Was it like
It was a mix. So when I was very little, he would teach classes with me on his chest on like a kangaroo. He would teach his classes and, you know, kind of point stuff out to me, but obviously I didn't know what the hell was going on. And then that led to me kind of walking around the mats, cleaning the mats with a little towel when I was crawling. And then slowly, you know, starting to do the classes. And then that led to me doing my first jiu-jitsu tournament when I was 4 or 5 years old. And after that, I just remember it being every single weekend, every other weekend, we were traveling across the United States, doing Naga tournaments, doing Gracie Worlds, IBJJF. And that was sort of my foundation. Jiu-jitsu was my foundation.
What age was that, buddy? What age?
My first competition was 5 years old.
Oh man,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's crazy to think about. You know, these kids have a life that they don't know what it's like to not have jiu-jitsu in their life.
Right.
You know, like me and you, Matt, like we've had like our teenage years, like we was just knuckleheads.
You know, I was. That's what it's going to lead to my next question here, because I always felt like I'm always at my school. I was there this morning. Like I felt if I had, and I never took to traditional sports. I didn't like the coaches reminded me of Matt Hughes even before I met him. They were all, I didn't like their attitudes. I used to fight a lot in the street. If I had like something like my school, like jiu-jitsu or something as a kid, I feel I could have been like Jean-Paul. Like just like Jean-Paul, I could, with you, this is my question. Because you grew up on the mats with your father, I feel he brought you up the right way into a savage instead of having to go out. You probably haven't gotten to a ton of street fights, right?
There's been a few. There's been a few.
Huh? Listen,
yeah,
it might
been
be
a few.
What am I saying?
Yeah, he had to test it.
Jean-Paul.
He had to make sure it worked.
It just happens sometimes. Maybe when you're a fighter, it just comes out. But what I was trying to say was I thought maybe because growing up in it, when you got into these scraps, because you were so trained at such an early age, was it people wanting to test out your skills or not? Oh, I heard this kid trains. Was it that type of thing?
It was kind of a mix. You know, there's a few times where like in middle school, kids wanted to see, you know, if I was the real deal. You know, they would hear things and they would test me like on the schoolyard. But and then I was like bullied quite a bit because I got expelled, had to move schools, and every new school I would get bullied. But as I got a little bit older, it was me defending my dumb friends. They would get into situations, you know, where they were getting beat up by older kids, and I would have to come in there and kind of save the day, so to speak. And they knew, you know, if I was around, they knew they could do whatever they wanted to. But now they know better. You know, obviously the stakes are higher. I can't be doing that. I tell people I don't fight for free anymore, you know?
100. Yeah, you got to let your friends that don't know how to fight, let them know that, because they'll be walking around with you like, you know.
Yeah,
like they're loaded.
Like you security.
Yeah, exactly. Like they got a gun on them. Oh man.
You know what I wish I experienced as somebody who was always brought up in martial arts and in jiu-jitsu. You know, you hear these stories of like, you know, civilians who start training and they get this newfound sense of confidence. I never got that, you know? It was always just a part of my life. So I always wish that, you know, I experienced something where I was like, oh my God, my life is different now. You know, like I started training, I have this confidence now. You know, it's just kind of like, no, it's always been like this. So, yeah.
You know, it's because when you always knew how to fight, I think what you're talking about is that insecurity of, man, I got to defend myself, but I don't even know what the hell to do. That's a helpless feeling. That's great that you never had to feel that.
Yeah, I guess
that's jiu-jitsu, man. That's your father. Now, what is your father? Now, with that debut, was your father there?
No, he watched from home.
Oh, gee, thank goodness he's alive.
Yeah.
That could have went south
alive.
really quick. Dean Thomas.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, no.
I'm like, holy fuck, I should have read my notes. No. Okay, good.
He's alive.
So your father watched.
Yeah.
Now, that's interesting. Did your father ever want to be part of your corner? Was he, or is it better? How's that approach?
Yeah. So he was obviously my coach my entire life up until I was about 17, 18. And then this started happening, you know, the father son, you know,
he was like, pull guard. You was like, no.
Nah. I remember in my amateur debut, I fought this guy. I blast doubled him, took him down, and I wrapped up a guillotine. And my dad was like, "No, because he wanted me to like gain more experience than just to take the guy down and finish him." And in my head, I was like, "Screw that! Like, I want to get out of here. You know, like let me finish this." But it was stuff like that, you know, and growing up, having him, you know, having control over me in the gym, at home, like part of me just wanted to be like a young man and kind of figure it out myself. So when I was like 17, I started just doing it on my own. And ever since then, he's just been kind of like dad, you know, which I appreciate.
Oh, that's great, man. But he must be so proud of that debut.
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
I know that's getting into the UFC, but I don't give it. That's a fight. Just like my fights in the Tough House, I count them on my record. I don't give a fuck. Hey, that's a
Yeah.
fist fight, man. You won that thing. That's you breaking on the scene to me, man. That was a beautiful. What a great fucking sequence. Sorry, I
Thank
got
you.
ADD. Oh wait, did you have ADD also?
Yeah.
I read it. That's what I read. Hey,
Yeah.
you're recognizing what you're looking
Yeah.
at.
The ADD,
Now,
We know each
ADHD
other.
brothers here.
Hey, I
Yeah.
never got diagnosed, but let me tell you something. Dean Thomas is no doctor, but he'll tell you right now, I got something.
Yeah, you
I
definitely got
don't know
something.
what letter, ADD, ADHD. Throw some letters in there. I got it. Now,
I don't even know most of the letters in the alphabet.
I'm
You
with
know?
you. Now, do you take anything for that or no?
I did when I was in like middle school. I took Ritalin and like Adderall or whatever, and it like was the worst thing ever. It
Man,
was a big cause of like me getting into fights because I was like super emotional. I wasn't eating, and obviously now I don't use any of that. But
man, let me tell you something. I feel whatever I have, it helps me in my fighting. It helps my jujitsu. It keeps me in the moment. I can't think that far ahead. I'm just fucking in the moment. You know what I mean? I think whatever it is, it helps me. In fighting. I always did, Might not help me with interviews and shit, I
yeah,
get things, but hey, I don't know, man. I never took anything for it. And I'm not saying I should be a poster child for fucking ADHD, but hey, man, I'm against that stuff, man. How long were you on those pills for a while or no?
yeah, I would say like maybe 2 years in school, and it just kind of like whatever sort of happiness and like kid energy I had, it just zapped it away. Like I went from playing basketball at recess to like doing my homework at recess. It was just weird.
And look at you now. What I mean, you would have stayed on that. Maybe you could have got a desk job somewhere, but fuck that, those pills, man.
Yeah,
Make you into some
for real.
robot looking to do mathematics. Now, listen,
Yeah.
we always like to get to know the guys when it's the first time on. We know you're a savage since you're 5 years old. What do you like to do when you're not training? When you're just a day off, and I don't want no active days rest when you're hiking a mountain. What do you like to do? Reading books, you're a big movie guy. What do you like to do? Hobbies.
I would say my two hobbies, the one active one is yoga. I think yoga is like shadow boxing for jiu-jitsu. That's what I'm trademarking that.
That's
Yoga
good.
is shadow boxing for jiu-jitsu. Like the
I
muscles you
like it.
use, the holds, the planks, the mobility. It's like you could shadow box in the mirror for fighting, but for jiu-jitsu, I think it's just like a low impact way to like train those muscles and to train your mind to stay calm when you're feeling claustrophobic in the heat and stuff like that. So I do that like twice a week, and I feel like it really just sort of balances me out with all the other gnarly stuff I do.
Bikram, is it the hot yoga or is it?
Yeah.
That's fucking money. I used to do that too back in the day. I love that shit. Now, is it a specific amount of time? Do you do a whole hour and a half, an hour, or?
An hour. Yeah, I think an hour's perfect. Back home. So I'm in Vegas now at the PIs where I train, but I go back to LA on the weekends and I have a studio there, Soho Yoga, and I go there and every Sunday I'll hit a power flow and it's the best.
You've been doing that
Now,
a
who are
long
you
time?
training with
Yeah.
in Vegas?
I've actually seen you here a bunch, Dean, but I train with Mateus
Okay.
at 10 a.m. So I train
Yeah.
with Mateus, and then I do my jiu-jitsu with Hanato and Raquel at
Mhm.
Hybrid. And then I do my strength and conditioning here as well with Joe Friedman. So yeah, full-time training here essentially in Vegas.
That's phenomenal. And you're a big, do you call that a yogi?
Yeah, yeah, my yogi.
You're
He does
you're a
no
proud
gi and he's a
yogi.
yogi.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
hey, I got something else for you. We're partnering up with Fanatics, right? If you could get any autograph from any athlete, dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh, honestly, I think Mike Tyson. you know?
And that's very doable. He might
It's
even
I was about to
doable.
say that's pretty realistic. He's in all the fights.
Yeah, I think Mike Tyson, you know, he's just such a beast. And I love his mentality and his view towards fighting, like back then and how it's changed now, you know.
Yeah.
I like sort of his mindset. And he's just one of those guys that, like, if he walked in a room, I would totally fangirl.
Yeah. Hey, we had the
100%.
great Teddy Atlas on last week on here.
Oh, wow.
That was great. Yeah, he's a motivating guy, that guy.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
Jean-Paul, so who do you look for now? Like when you're watching fights, like who inspires you now to help develop your game?
I would say Ilya Taporia.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I study a lot of Ilya's fights, sort of his stance, his fighting style, his defense. It's really helped my striking game quite a bit because I earlier on I was kind of like almost like a karate style, lower guard, moving a lot on the outside, counter striking, and I would get hit a lot. Like I would get my head snapped back all the time, and my training partners would always make fun of me about it. And ever since I started studying and emulating Taporia, that's completely changed. I don't get hit as much. You know, everything lands on my guard, and it's really changed my striking game a lot. So I can be like way calmer. I can see everything. So he's definitely the guy that I watch right now for sure.
Yeah, that's the one thing about Elliot that I don't think a lot of people understand is like he's so simple and he doesn't distract himself with a lot of different busy work. So he just stays in the pocket, hands up, and does what he needs to do. So that's somebody that's good for you to watch.
Yeah,
sure.
100%. It just it keeps me safe, you know. It allows me to be safe and like use the weapons that I know I want to use. Because I used to just spam kicks all the time, like spam high kicks all the time. And so this camp for this last fight, my coach was like, "Hey, no kicks whatsoever, no kicks." And sure enough, I go in there and throw a high kick and it lands. So yeah.
Jean-Paul, now when do you plan? And by the way, with the hobbies, you said the yoga. Were you saying something else? There was another one?
Yeah. So I love photography.
Interesting.
I have like a little photography Instagram account. It's called Shot by Jip, JIP. And what I do is I love to shoot my teammates like backstage, their camps and stuff like that, because, you know, if you're not in the UFC and you're not somebody that has a lot of like hype or attention, you're really not getting any sort of like, no one's capturing those moments. So as someone that's already sort of in the room or backstage, I always bring my camera with me and I just try to capture some moments for my friends. And that way they have some photos to post or to look back on. So that's definitely a passion of mine.
You think about making that little side job eventually one time? You never know. Eventually?
I don't know. It's just something fun, you know, it's something that I enjoy doing, you know, maybe after fighting. But it's like, even now, it's just something fun that I like to like just do.
Thing.
Yeah. And I like being able to see my friends' reaction, my teammates' reaction to like a cool photo or whatever, and just making sure that, because social media is big, you know, and if you're not on it, you know, you kind of go unseen. So to be able to get some photos from my teammates is something I enjoy doing.
And you got some high-tech cameras and stuff. You got a nice camera. What do you get?
Yeah, I invested in a Fujifilm X100V. It's like a little camera about this big. It's a point and shoot camera, so it's really not that complicated, and you can get some great photos. I'm not like a professional by any means, you know. I'm just having fun with it.
Hey, man!
But yeah,
that's so awesome. Hey, dude, 26 years old. What a splash on that contender. When do we play? When are we getting in the octagon? When are we going to be making our first fight in there?
Yeah, I sparred on Wednesday. I fought on Tuesday. So my plan is just stay ready, you know. I got tested last week from USADA, and they say, or whatever, the new USADA, they say if you get tested, you know, it's because they're going to start working on something. So I'm just staying ready. I want to fight.
For that call.
I'm going to fight ASAP. Yeah.
Dude, and we can't wait to watch you ASAP, man. again, you got the world by the nuts, man. We're excited for you. And it's, you know, some guys get in like almost under the radar. What a great fight you had for the world to notice. And we can't wait to see you in here, bro. We're very excited.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I'm a big fan of both of you guys. Oh, so I appreciate you guys wanting to talk to me. It's an honor.
Well, let's make it happen again, man. Next time when you have something booked, please come back on.
That would be amazing.
All right, Jean-Paul, man. Thanks for hanging out with us, dude. Great to get to know you.
For sure, man. Peace out.
Peace, guys.
Congrats, brother. Take care. That was great, man.
You know, Matt, you know what's crazy is, you know, when Dana signs all these Contender Series guys, people are so critical and like, oh man, he's signing all the Contender Series guys. Oh, they're just trying to get them because they're cheap. I love it because we get these young, enthusiastic, hungry fighters that really want to show up. And when you talk to these guys, they're so excited for it. Now, when these guys get signed, like when they're your friends, you're excited for them, but I don't understand the criticism for it, man, because I want to see these young, hungry guys go out there and scrap, man. That's what they're here to do.
I enjoy the show. One of our guys, Freddie Vital, took the fight. He just fought in the Contender Series, and he took it on a week's notice. He wasn't training for it. You know what I mean? And he got through. He came down. He got that choke at the very last second. You remember that fight? It was 2 weeks ago. So he got invited back. He's going to go back in a few weeks to fight in the last episode of the.
Is he? Which episode? Because I'm working another Contender Series. It might be one that I work. So
you'll see. Yeah, Freddie, man, what a great guy, man. And now Dana did the right thing because the fight wasn't really a barn burner, but I mean, he took it off the couch. You know. Yeah. So Dana doesn't even know sometimes what's going on into this. So he might have thought he looked like that normally. So Freddie went over to him right after. He goes, look, man, I took this literally in a week. I didn't train. Please, you know. Like he kind of pleaded his case a little bit. Like, look, you know. So Dana did the right thing. He didn't sign him, but he brought him back to show himself more in true form. You know?
Well, you know as well as I do, Dana's fair.
Dana is fair. Hey, dude, Dean Thomas, we might be the longest employees with Dana. I mean, we both started around 2001 in the UFC as being employed, correct?
Yeah. People don't understand that, man. We've been around since 2001, and we still here, baby.
Hey, dude, we're shining. Hey, Dean Thomas, really quick, I want to go over my past weekend because I'm so happy. Your little brother, young Marcus, you love Marcus.
Yeah, I love Marcus.
Marcus Reed, Black Star. He, you know, his first fight in professional fight, he had his shoulder get taken out off a throw, and he made it through the whole round with a dislocated shoulder. Then they had to stop it. So I had him, and he fought a tough Tiger Showman guy at the Ring of Combat. It was a rematch where the tough kid from Queens. Marcus fought him as an amateur and beat him in a fight that the guy was up, and he ended up strangling him in the last round. And this is the rematch as pros. Man, Dean Thomas, I'm so proud of Marcus. Now, the judges, I'm not going to say they were smoking crack, but I'm going to say that anybody who's seeing this fight feels it should have went to Marcus. I'm not that guy to say robbery, but other people said it. And I like the Tiger Showman crowd. You know what I mean? Like we corner against them a bunch. They always come in shape. They get guys in the UFC.
Yeah, they can fight, man.
Because they're like a franchise, like they're like a big bunch of schools. People think they're maybe just a franchise. No, they got real fighters there.
No doubt. No doubt.
It came down to the third round, and I'm so happy because the first round, Marcus had his back the whole round. Easy round for him. The second round, a little more stand-up, standing in front of him too much. You can give it to the other guy, even though it was close. Marcus ended up on top in that round. The third round, what I like is, are they going to listen to me between the round? I know what it's going to take to win this last round. What are you going to do? Are you going to follow the fucking Are you going to follow the plan here, or are you going to just you can give it away easily, but just laying back the guard and defending yourself? Guys who go back to guard and they give into the takedown, it's going to be a sign of them looking to survive, not looking to win. And I see that. And I seen that in the second round with Marcus. The third round, not up in here. I gave him a fucking speech. I told him what I expected of him. I had him repeat it back to me what I wanted. And he was game. He won that fucking third round, Dean Thomas. He won that fucking third round. He did a John Silver spinning fucking elbow. He kicked his mouthpiece out with a fucking. I wanted his foot in his face. He put his foot in his fucking face, and it ended with him on top, fucking ground and pounding. So in my, I was. Everybody was utterly shocked. Like, you know what I mean? I'm saying it. That's just the way it is. Backstage, even. Ron Shulman, nice guy, goes, look, man, I wouldn't have complained if it went to you guys. I don't want to be dude.
Yeah.
But, I just want to say I'm proud of Marcus.
So you remember we talked about this before. Your guy beat one of the guys I work with in Philly.
Now, this is what I'm getting to now.
Yeah.
You work with Cam Scalio?
Yeah. Yeah.
He was big and he was strong and he's a collegiate wrestler. The guy was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
He walked in there feeling he was going to win that thing. Andre Petrowski was messaging me.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, like a little bit like I'm going to attack you in the corner. He was supposed to be there cornering his guy versus my guy, Tommy DeGennaro, Beethoven.
Right.
And he made some jokes. I'm going to get you in the corner. We were playing around, but he didn't make it because he took a fight. He's going to Perth.
Right.
He's going to fight in Australia, Petrowski. So he wasn't there. So we knew the guy was a quality opponent. Now, let me just give you a little background on my guy, Tommy. Tommy, Dean Thomas, you know me. I only corner the people I love now. I don't, even in the UFC, you don't see me there so much. I love them too, but for the guys that need me is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And, we're bringing this kid up right now. He's got a disability where he's almost deaf. He turns around, I'm right next to him. I call him, he doesn't hear it. Tommy's got, some hearing problems. And he's such a hard worker, this kid. Now, I told you this about the last time he fought. You might remember this. Mm-hmm. This kid, he was fighting for an amateur title, his last fight. His father, who's a blue belt under me, a retired police father, is a retired police officer, was there cheering for him. He raised these kids. He got custody when there was a divorce. He got custody. The father got custody of Tommy and his brother Anthony and his sister Bella. And, great father, great man, loved his school. He died during Tommy's championship fight in his amateur fight his championship fight. How many, 6 months ago? It was so devastating. It happened during the fight. So Tommy wins the belt, amateur champion, and next thing you know, we're at the hospital. His father passes away. We're in the chapel till 5 a.m. at the hospital. Dude, brutal. This kid's been through a lot. Brutal. Okay. So this fight meant a lot. And I'll tell you, man, I'm so proud of him. I'm so happy. And he's such a good kid, makes me a little emotional. Yeah. Because, man, the kid's been through so much. His father passed away and he was such a great guy. And it was such a blow to the family. So to see Tommy win the way he did, and he got a point taken away for an eye thing, which everybody thought was bullshit too. Yeah. So he had immense pressure. It was a great fight. Tommy dominated, and that kid's a tough kid, Cam. Mm-hmm. Dominated. It ended with him having him flattened out, just punching him from. So and the kid was a nice kid, and the kid might have a future also. He was tough.
So I know who cornered him. His name's James Lyons, who I do a lot of work with in Philly.
Nice guy.
Yeah, great guy. Really smart, great guy. And I was talking to him before. I said, don't let it come to a dogfight. I said, you will not beat a Matt Serra guy in a dogfight. If it comes down to a will of who wants it more, you will never beat a Matt Serra guy. And they knew this was going in. I said, you will never beat a Matt Serra guy when it comes down to who wants it more. Because your guys will always fight a level better than what they are. They will always be better. They will always show up and fight to even better than what they are.
And pause when you're giving me a compliment.
What's that?
Oh no, it paused in the middle of that compliment. I don't know, something happened. I didn't want to lose that.
Oh.
no,
I'm just saying, your guys always fight better than what they are, and
thank you.
You can't beat them. You can't beat them. And if it comes down to a dog fight, you'll never win against a Matt Serra guy. And I told my guy this, and when it was over, when I saw that it was over and that your guy won, I said he got dogged out, didn't he? He said, "Yup, got dogged out."
He said, Cam said that.
No, I didn't talk to Cam. I talked to James Lyons afterwards on Saturday. He got dogged out.
It was the first. It was competitive because he was taking away the takedowns from Tommy in the beginning, but Tommy's got improved stand up between the. It's so hard because I'm very boisterous. You know what I mean? I can get loud during the fight. I'm useless. Like I can only help Tommy between rounds, and and that's with him looking at me. And me being very clear. I can't fucking throw, you know what I'm saying? He's got to almost read my lips. He's got to look at me and talk. And he made the proper corrections like a fucking murder bot. Like, you know what I mean? He was just, all right, you're doing a 1-2 and then you're going right for the shoot. And he's taking away the single leg every time. He's there to get hit. Like he was listening to his jab was money, and we got a point taken away in the second round. So now the fight where he's winning 2 rounds, now it's even now. Now you need this third. So he got it. And what made me so happy, not only the victory after everything he's been through, is afterwards when I see him with his family, and I've seen all he's got a wonderful family. I seen him at the wake. I seen him at the chapel in the hospital. It was brutal. So now I see the joy on their faces, the joy on his face, everybody so happy. It was such a good experience, and I'm very happy for that kid. So
congratulations,
I wanted to say that.
No, congratulations. I know you guys had a good weekend. I was in tune with that. It was a good weekend for you guys.
Yeah.
He worked his ass.
You were hoping for our demise, you fuck.
No, I've only met that kid like twice. So
yeah, I know. Listen, either way, you're my guy. Dean Thomas, hey man, this was the show. We're gonna it's a little technical difficulties. I got a nice new microphone that I'm yet to get. I gotta get that working. But listen, we're gonna be here. We're gonna keep having fun.
We in the building.
Hey, how'd your movie go? Is it done?
Yeah, the movie's done. Shout out Dean Kamara. He shot the shit out of it.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah.
Well, was it a big budget? You don't got to tell me the fucking.
I mean, no, it wasn't a big budget.
No, it wasn't a big.
It wasn't a big budget. It was, it's a short film, so it wasn't. It didn't require a lot, but with just a lot of hard work and sweat and.
When does this come out? Where can we get it?
Hopefully, hopefully we'll be done by the beginning of the year, and then we'll put it in the film festivals, and then just see what happens after that. But I'm really proud of it, and I'm excited for it, and I can't wait till it's done.
What's the name of it?
It's called Flowers.
And now this doesn't sound like a cage fighting type movie, is it?
No, it's not a cage fight. It's actually about a female, so it's not even about fighting.
Did you write this and direct it?
I wrote it, and Dean really directed it. But I kind of, I co-directed it.
But he's teaching you as he goes with that type of thing?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, he wasn't teaching me shit. He was, you know how Dean is.
Yeah.
When he get a camera, when he gets him behind a camera, he's an absolute animal, and he will not stop until he gets what he wants.
Well,
so
I mean, it's obvious. Yeah. It's obvious from how great he was doing on Dana White Looking for a Fight as the camera guy. See how I plugged Dana White Looking for a Fight?
But now he's an absolute animal, man. So like we worked endless on this, man. Like,
is this a venture that you want to make this is the first, like, you tipping your toes?
Yeah.
Into this
first of many. First of many,
but you like it. You like the process.
Yeah, for sure.
I love movies, Dean Thomas.
Yeah.
I'm a movie guy.
It's in fact, so and I'll say this before we wrap. We sent our first cut to Rory, and Rory, he's very brutally honest, and I appreciate that from him. And he was like, you got to cut it down. It's got to be shorter. He was like, imagine Matt Serra watching this. Matt Serra would turn this off in 2 minutes. Cut that part. So we did. We chopped it down so that it's palatable, so that people like you and you will enjoy it.
I'm definitely gonna watch. I'll support anything you do. I was really impressed with Keith Jardine's movie, Kill Me Again. It's basically Groundhog Day with a serial killer, but there's a little twist in there.
I want to see that.
I don't know if you've seen that. You can get that on Prime Video.
It's on Prime already? All right, I want to see that.
I was impressed, man. It was fun. Michelle Waterson was in it. Cowboy Cerrone was in it. Cerrone, you know, it wasn't bad. But listen, I want to see flowers so I can give you your flowers. Dean Thomas, when are you coming? Let's plug your shit first. Plug it.
Dean Thomas Fight Court. Make sure y'all check that out. I just plug flowers. And that's like all the personal stuff I'm doing now. I'm coaching a lot now. So I'm coaching Amanda Nunes again. I got Jillian Robertson. I got Sean Brady. And I got Joe Pyfer fighting Abus Magomedov in Vegas, October 4th. So
Dean Thomas, you are a man that cannot sit still. And that is a good thing for all of us because we like watching you. Hey, I want you to come on Geeking It Out with Matt Serra on the Matt Serra channel on YouTube. I'm just having fun. I'm coming up in a couple of weeks.
Dude. Yeah.
When you get off, text me exactly when you're coming in studio. It'll be the Halloween episode.
That's the one right there.
That's it. Everybody I say this on my show. I'll say it right here. Stay humble yet dangerous. You like that?
I love it.
That's like us. We're humble, but we're dangerous.
Humble and dangerous. I love that.
Dean Thomas, I'll talk to you soon. Everybody, thank you. What an excellent, I was about to say a fabulous episode. What a fabulous episode.
What a fabulous episode. It was excellent.
Take care, Mr. Thomas. Thank you, everyone.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Later, brother.